The fleet, led by Endrinmaster Bhatrolin Palethorpe, patrolled over the Necrotic Peaks in the realm of Shyish. They were searching for their quarry, the notorious Mannfred von Karstein. Bhatrolin spied the Mortach of the night and made the fleet battle-ready. Signaling the ships into what they thought was a hidden position, Bhatrolin had the Armada prepared to strike. Mannfred could smell the Dwarven blood from here. Fools! Mannfred chuckled to himself, thinking they could ambush me. Time to give them a little surprise of their own. And with a click of his fingers, the Varghiests began their descent.
Right, turn one. Mannfred's turn one, more importantly. I thought I was going to die, but the KO have decided to give me turn one, so my beauties, I called my beauties in, and they flocked to the field, and they have landed. So all 10 units of my Vargheists have landed. Landed all over the board, tried to scream myself out. Mannfred, being as brave as ever, is holding his position, surveying the battlefield, and we landed some of my beauties just in Craig's deployment zone, and we managed to luckily get a charge in. Of course, before I got the charge in, I got shot, and bombs tried to drop on me as well, which was very rude. And I went all out attack. I did everything I could, managed to put 6 wounds onto the gun hauler, and managed to, in that case, still only be left with, there's 3 wounds come off my guy there, so there's a champion and one of my little babies is left holding on to its afterlife. Apart from that, did everything I could. I chose the battle tactic of ferocious advance, so I chose these 3 units and just ran them all onto the objective, scored that one, looked after the home one, and now that scores me 7, and now, dear viewers, it's time to get shot. See you soon, I hope.
Well, after I gave Mr. Turner the first turn, I proceeded to watch all his troops come close. Then I let fire with as many guns as I can possibly muster. The wounded gun hauler made escape to the corner.
Bugged out and ran all the way here.
The Endriggers and the gun haulers moved up, and they ended up having to charge a unit that's no longer there. But the story of that itself is a tale of one. Many, many ones.
So many ones.
The ironclad shuffled. The frigate kind of swung around a bit.
Took a few pot shots over here, didn't you?
We've removed one up here. We've taken another unit of 3 Vargheists down to 1. And the same over here. We've continued our great work with this unit that charged the gunhauler previously. We've also put a little bit of a storm on him, so he's only half movement.
Which is handy.
At the end of that round, though, I've only got the 2 objectives, but I said I'd conquer this one, and conquer it I did.
You did.
Leaving the scores 5-7.
And
the whole part of the battle plan is that I can roll a higher number than that.
On this. So here we go. Oh,
I'll get a different colour.
We're going to get a different colour. Here we go. Oh, 3 plays 2, so therefore...
I can take it if you want.
You're all right. I got this, Chuck.
Oh, well.
Yeah, right. See you soon. Turn 2. I'm still alive. Not everything went to plan, but a little bit to plan. So the idea was, in this turn, because somehow I've grabbed hold of turn 2 and I thought I'm going to grab the bull by the horns, and let's just charge as many things as possible and hope we don't die. Which kind of works for me a lot of the times. Unfortunately, Mannfred forgot the code. So Mannfred was meant to charge in and help. Instead, he thought, you know what, I'm just going to stand on this big hill because at least they haven't got any guns, so they won't be able to shoot at me. So he stood there and watched everybody else charge, and he decided not to, which was incredibly helpful. Fortunately, though, his darling children had listened to him, and we went for Savage Spearhead this round, and we put those 2 just into Craig's deployment zone to secure that. And then we went a feasting. So, first of all, we jumped over. There was the mauled gun hauler from earlier that bugged out, and these little darlings thought we'll jump on there and eat them. So we finished that off, even though big valiant shout to the gun hauler out of a ridiculous number of rolls to save.
6 passed saves on a 5-up.
5-up, which was impressive, but fortunately for me, the other 3 wounds that went through undid it, and it fell from the sky. Here we jumped in with 1, 2, 3 rat packs. We jumped in with the one unit of 3 here. 1 died on in the combat. A valiant champion dived in here. 2 dived in here, but we lost another one. But due to their efforts and going boo just at the end, we got rid of all the little balloon boys. Meanwhile, there was a sort of a medium-sized ship, shall we say?
Frigate,
it was a frigate. Is that what they call it? Yes, I call it a boom. So we like the balloons. We like balloons, and so we sent in our little dial-ins because Mannfred went, "You've got this." I wasn't so sure. Mannfred knows better than me, and it turns out those 2, whilst powered up by him, equals 1 dead frigate. So as it stood, I've completely left that open, but I grabbed this one, grabbed those 2, grabbed the home objective of Craig's. Scored my battle tactic, which gave me a whopping 11 points, and has now currently put me on at 18 plays 5, but it's time to get shot again. So let's go, Craig, see how it works.
Reload the guns.
Uh-oh.
Well,
positives first.
Positives. I killed a lot of stuff.
You did.
Because I have guns and t-shirts don't save bullets.
They really don't. We hate them.
So we'll start off with the Ironclad dropped off some stuffs.
They did.
And moved over.
And I did have some Vargheists on your home objective.
You had one here and one here. There was 2 sets.
And now they're all gone.
We had another Vargheist couple up here.
I had a lovely couple of Vargheists, and now they're gone.
They're gone.
What was your battle tactic?
Well, funny you should say.
Something nice and easy, wasn't it?
It was broken ranks, kill a battle line unit. I suggested this battle line unit.
Because he was on his own, and that would have been like a really good idea.
And it had 1 wound. One wound, right? So
it'd only taken 1 wound. You had 3 wounds left. You got an army of shooting, and an Endrinmaster
I've got a
right next to
chainsaw
him.
as well.
Yeah.
And
yeah. So what? Oh dear.
Needless to say, the number 1 has yet again featured.
Well, you did. You hit twice. You wounded twice, and then you had 2 D3s to roll, and you got 2
1s.
Anyway, so that's that. Other positive news, the Navigator shot these guys in the corner with the old storm, didn't it?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
yes,
and
very
viciously rolled a 6 and mortal wounded off, dispatched another one back to his dark lore.
And then I also had the gunhole and nip over onto the back home objective, which was left unprotected for a mighty 4 points over there, 1 over here, which takes me up to 10.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's fixable. This is
fixable. On this little dice roll, it's fixable. So here we go. What you get? It's a 3. It's not bad. It's obviously not as good as
but
a
it's
4.
Not 4.
It's not a 4. So I'm going to take that, and you get to decide if you want to. You can remove one of these objectives. Can only be left or right, because obviously the home objectives are priority ones.
Well, I'm going to take this one because I've not seen this one all game. And I will continue not to see this one any game.
Right, okay, well, we'll join you soon after my turn and after we remove that. So, round 3. Oh, thank goodness, because I think that could have gone way differently. Craig did steal that one, he's right, he hadn't seen it before, and I thought, I don't like you having my home objective, so I chose Conquer. So battle tactic was Conquer, and I swept in here with a unit of the 3 babies, which then at one point then triggered Craig to think, you know what, well, it's yours anyway, so I'm going to redeploy, and scampered cheekily onto this objective. I couldn't be having that, so I had to bring in some extras, hit him as viciously as I could, but to no avail, because apparently every time I hit a gun hauler, it's 6 wounds.
That's
all it
only
is.
6.
Doesn't matter how many wounds I get through, 10, 15, 20, 1, it's 6 wounds, that's it. So 6 wounds of course there, but Mannfred could taste it. He went flying in, he took his babies with him, he saw the 20 guys on foot and he thought, they're going to shoot my babies to death. You know what? I'll take this. I'll take this for you. Charges in, takes the 1 wound on the way in, and then him and his babies go in, eat the unit alive, which even, as I speak, takes that wound back up as he shivved him with his sickle.
And here is the unit.
And there is the unit in all its cut-up form, now happily in von Karstein's thrall. But that did give me the home objective, my own objective, and the one in the centre, giving me 4, 5, 6, 7, plus I conquered 8, 9, 27 plays 10. And now, let's see what the remnants of the KO can do now. They can still do a lot, so Let's see.
So what was that? I'm just contemplating the amount of ones I can roll in a single
I
turn.
don't think I've ever witnessed quite so many. Let's go through the right place.
So we had a plan.
What was the plan?
The plan was Savage Spearhead, 2 characters at the back,
Yep.
take the objective.
Flew them over, jumped the 2 characters out, land on the objective, and then you thought,
I'll charge in. I can keep in it.
yeah, I'll keep in it, and then,
I swung. I missed. You swung.
I hit.
And I didn't use those command points again.
I don't know why you didn't. It's just they were there to be. But anyway, so you graciously threw away your battle tactic.
Yes.
But then even before then.
However, we had over here the glorious of we attacked 2 people with one model.
You did.
I deleted one of them, but
And
failed to do anything.
But not only that, but you triggered Mannfred to have a little move, didn't you? So he ran over just to
help secure the objective, which he did very well.
Yes, and it was the shooting though, because technically speaking, the Ironclad shot. Well, it started well. Over here, gunhauler cleaned up the remaining Vargheist over in the corner. Job's on. Not a problem at all.
After that, however, we went south.
South's not even close. It went further than south. If there's somewhere further than south, then you went there. But anyway, let's not dwell. So at the moment, as it stands, 27 to 14, turn 3. There's a little priority roll. So let's concentrate on that. After you, good sir. Oh dear Lord. You alright, mate?
Hi.
Let's just get this out of the way. Oh, a 2.
Hey, again, one more than above. You can't go 2. You can't go left. Just one. Just.
Do you want to? Yeah.
Yes.
I'll take
continue.
it. I'll continue. Thank you.
So, I'm still not left with much, am I?
No. Turn 4 sort of just helped me a little bit more, push you a little bit more over the edge. Went in. Didn't want to risk killing a Warlord in case with like a 2-up save that I couldn't really get it. So I went aggressive expansion. So I took this one and this one. So claim those 2. But did come in with Mannfred. Did come in with my little consort. Had Arcane Bolt. Did a stomp. Got through. Left you with 2 wounds left. You managed to roll a 1 for me. Surprise. And the bloom popped and he bzzz, and shot off. Meanwhile, we thought, oh, you know what? We regrew one of my babies back with a rally, and we hopped over and we thought, well, just for fun, just attack the boat, see what happens. 14 wounds later, we nearly popped the boat, which was funny.
It's a fully operational battle station
still fully operational, unfortunately, and unfortunately still counts as 2, as does his little friend here at the back. 4 plays 4 means I couldn't get it back, so the best I got was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, with the battle tactic taking it to 35. Yes, that's right. So 35.
Still lots of shooting to go. There's a lot of shooting.
That thing's still here. If that had gone down, I'd felt very happy. But that thing is still fully operational Death Star. So Greg's turn 4.
How many ones does a dice roll?
1.
A little bit more. Right. So we had a plan.
What was the tactic?
Well, we went slay the Warlord on the condition we weren't getting it because I'm running out of tactics.
We just thought,
so minimal units.
It doesn't matter. Right.
So
okay.
we went finding Sour over here.
Incidentally, I did just because I thought thematic.
But
yeah.
There we go. So we had a gun hauler come around here.
Whoop.
Has a drill cannon. Did 3 mortal wounds. 2 damage. Started off good. Over here, we shot everything. We took a couple of more models off. We left one dude on 3 wounds, another guy on 3 wounds, and then we charged, we dropped some bombs, and the gun hauler got shredded. By more than 6 wounds.
We went way more than 6 wounds.
My navigator, my faithful navigator, came in, poked a stick in a Vargheist eye, and it died.
And I went, poof, and just disappeared.
On the other flank, however, we weren't so successful. We've left the head Vargheist, champion Vargheist, big Vargheist, whichever one you call it, left with 1 wound taken and no more hitting, but he himself failed to do anything, rolling ones and twos.
I was just slapping on the side and no one was listening. So that takes us then to 18 plays 35.
I'm above half. That's a victory in its own right.
And we're going to take a dice. We all know what Craig's going to roll, so let's just witness it. Oh! So provided I don't roll a 6, Craig can actually have a turn. Oh! The curse has passed.
The curse has passed. I've done it. I think I might take that.
Enjoy.
Well, I took the priority, but it might have been a priority too late. We finally cleared off the Varghiests.
The Vargheist.
Vargheist. Around the Ironclad. The Navigator went and got back in the Ironclad for... He's running away. An extra wound down here. Other than that, I really don't have a lot of units to do anything with anymore. And the neat little fact of... I had to put everything into one Vargheist because the Ironclad's in combat. Ergo, it obliterated it.
Oh, it did. Oh, there's
everything to the face.
There's
it died.
membrane everywhere.
But it's now sat on an objective that is not its own, just waiting for Mannfred, who's just waiting.
It's just there. Mannfred.
And now Mannfred's about to tear me. Yeah, enough said.
Yep. Ha! Mannfred is here. So we tried to go for the glory. We tried to take the ship. And then we thought, well, the ship's only got like 4 wounds left or something. So
2 wounds.
2 wounds left, sorry. We'll take the ship, and what we'll do is throw some extra attacks, maybe into the dude inside, which will probably be really hard to kill, so we'll not bother. So...
Why is there a ship still there?
Because it turns out, if you put all the little bits into the ship and put the other bits into the dude, it turns out the ship stays alive, and the dude that's on like a mega up save and like minus -1 billion to hit goes... Over here, take me! And yeah, we did, and we sucked his whole soul straight through a porthole. But the ship went, I don't care, and we left the ship with 2 wounds. We still got the monstrous takeover. Obviously, we still had that one. We still have Vargheists at the end of the game. Yours was to cut my head off, which I still can't believe it didn't happen. But... yeah, that left it out. There's a ghost ship just floating around with no dwarves in it, and Mannfred riding it like a Saturday Night Fever. Yeah, and it ended 47-22, which to be honest, we'll talk about in the conclusion. Yeah, it's easy. Right, conclusion. That did not go how I expected it. I expected 1-drop dwarves to go, haha, I'm going first. Fly over, shoot Mannfred off the board turn 1, and then I'd be picking up the pieces of my broken life for the rest of the game. Instead...
well, I give you first turn to try and encapsulate on the double turn.
How'd that go? You got it in the end?
Yeah. Followed by a literal boatload, in every sense,
quite literally.
Wands.
Yeah, every
I don't think
turn.
you've seen as many wands.
Wands, but the main thing is you've got to re-roll against flyers. To re-roll it into?
A 1. That's a 1 in 36 chance, which I pulled off.
Hey, there's a positive. Think of that.
A lot of times.
Nobody else could do that. So,
I'll roll all your bravery tests.
Would you have given... well, obviously with hindsight, but would you give me first turn again if that was to happen again?
I probably would, yes.
You'd still give me
with
first turn.
With the way the armour plays.
And I hope that you get the double turn, and then... because there were key moments. Turn 2, yeah, you'd have put a lot more damage in, even if it was turn 3.
Turn 3. By the time I got it to turn 5, it was a little late. Other key moments as well was learning how to use your command points.
Yes. Yeah,
I could have saved him.
Just use them. There's the thing. You use command points, people. That's what we learned today. That was Craig should use command points. That's a key thing. Yeah, because even I couldn't work out why you weren't. I thought there was some really, really clever strategy. Turns out, no strategy. None whatsoever.
Don't use it today.
So, what do you think about Mannfred and Friends? Is it funny, all these little children?
It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, kind of.
You were only left with Mannfred and 3 Vargheists, so.
Oh no, they are
I
just
still
in t-shirts.
Put a lot of dirt out of
there's
there.
an absolute ton of pain there for Mannfred, but it's. But he is Mannfred. He's funny. I like him. He's got a lot of character. I've got a lot of time for him. He's good. If we could have just knocked the ship over, that would have been funny. Maybe he's got grand plans of it being his own. I think that's what it is.
And we'll call that right there.
He's going to take that one home. He's going to keep that. But it was good fun. Good fun. So as usual, though, we just want to say a massive shout out to our Lord and Master Sean Ricketts. Thank you very much for helping sponsor the show, along with Mr. Adam Rawson and Mr. Scott Smith. Thank you very much, and all our other patrons that are below that top tier level. And if you want to join in and help us do more things for the show, more armies, more bits and pieces, more lights, camera, action, the whole lot, then you can
more dice that don't roll ones.
No, don't worry about that. He's fine with them. Subscribe, Patreon. You know all about Patreon, don't you?
Somewhere down here.
Somewhere down there. There is just Patreon. Sign up, get loads of wonderful goodies, hats, dice, whatever. It'll all come to you for being part of the crew that are helping us play these great games. And anything else to add?
No. It's good night from him.
And it's good night from him. Thank you very much. Till next time. Bye.